and this coaching staff very happy.
A great chapter to begin.
Let's go! Still on his feet. Slip the tackle. 20, 15, 10.
Any other offseason, putting in the work, grinding, putting in the extra hours to be great. So yeah, it's been just like any other offseason, trying to get better.
Mike, having continuity in the offense, obviously Joe's back, same play caller for you, Chris Beatty's back, same receivers coach for Justin, Shane's back, same system, a lot of the same pieces. What does that do for you guys, as you try and build here into year two of this, having that type of continuity?
Well, that just kind of increased our confidence. Just year one, knowing what we've done in this offense, and then that was just the first year being in here. And then year two, coming out here, running the routes, getting better, just getting better on the field, getting that connection better. So I feel like just for us, it's going to be exciting to go out there for year two and ball in this offense.
How much of you coming back here was the fact of how good this offense could be?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that kind of speaks for itself. I kind of show up every day, do what I need to do to, help this offense, this team win a ball game. So that's kind of my attitude, just do your part.
This offense was already fourth in the league. What's the limit for this offense?
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be special. And last year was our first year, obviously. So this year it's gonna be a lot more better, and it's gonna be exciting.
First couple of weeks, these first couple of weeks, it kind of feel like picking up where you left off from last year.
Yeah, kind of. Every year you got to start over, do the same thing. So I mean, it's like any other OTAs. Coming out here, trusting the process. That's the main thing you can do is trust the process, put the time in, and be great.
How much of it is just maybe building on the offense last year, which you guys?
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Year one, obviously you're gonna have your ups and downs. Year two, everybody play with a lot more confidence, and everybody know what they expect now. So I feel like year two gonna be a lot better.
Mike, people, I guess, in the media calling you Super Bowl contenders, a lot of pressure expectations. Do you guys feel that here in the building?
I mean, obviously we got to put the work in to be there. We got the pieces. I feel like every year we had the pieces though, but yeah, obviously we got a lot, some better people here. But yeah, we still got to put the work in, grind every day, come out here and get better. So yeah, if we handle our part, I feel like we can be up there with those guys.
Does it feel different because of what you see on defense with Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson and guys like that?
It do feel a little different for sure. Camp will be fun. Yeah.
Wait, does Justin seem any different? Does he seem any more grown up?
Oh yeah, for sure. As a quarterback, you especially how he started off with going in the unexpected and just seeing the tremendous growth he had from that year to the next year. It's been crazy, but yeah, you can see it's a big difference.
Those Patriots games the last couple of years, how much did you go up against JC, and what's it like having them on your side?
We went up against each other a few times, and obviously you'll love to have a player like that on your side. So practice is going to be fun going against JC.
Mike, after you signed your deal, there was quite a bit of activity in the wide receiver market with Devontae, Tyreek signing deals.
Yeah.
Do you keep an eye on that stuff, or after you
Nah.
sign your deal, you're like, I'm good?
Yeah, what they getting ain't got nothing to do with me, for real. Yeah, I ain't tripping. I don't count pockets. I don't count other people's bread. I just focus on me.
Surprised at all at how the market is sort of
Nah, that's how I always go though. Somebody said it, and then the next person go higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm talking about like in terms of the trades, like the number of wide receivers.
Oh yeah. That's been crazy. But everybody trying to get that bread, so I don't blame them.
Mike, what are you seeing from Josh Palmer at this point now versus last year when he first came to the building?
Well, he's just a lot more. He calm. He know what to expect now. He know the offense. He know every spot to be in. So he's just playing a lot more smooth, and he put in the extra work with us.
Anything else? Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Keenan, what does it say that Kyle Van Noy's here, Joey's here, Khalil Mack's here, J.C. Jackson's here. What's it say about the commitment to the team right now?
Yeah, the culture is growing. Obviously, you can tell with all the free agents we signed. They like it. They like what they see. They like what they're hearing. I think they like what they see on tape too. So come out and join. Hopefully they can bring that fire, bring that energy. Van Noy's a Super Bowl winner. Bring that. JC Super Bowl winner. So we need all that energy. Come show us how to do it.
Are you looking forward to these matchups when practice gets a little bit more serious down the road?
Absolutely. Love to compete. That's what Coach teaches. Compete, technique, discipline. That's what we're trying to bring to the table, and trying to get it all done.
Keenan, you've been a part of some really talented teams and rosters here before. Does this year feel different at all from years past in terms of the talent that's been accumulated?
I wouldn't say it feels different just because I'm the competitor I am. I always feel like we're going to go 16-0 and win the Super Bowl, but looks different? Absolutely. Just every position has all-pro, superstar talent, and it's just, you can see it when we practice. It's amazing.
Kenny, you mentioned the culture. Is that different?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Like I said, we're competing every day. Coach is definitely being a player's coach as far as keeping us healthy, not making us do too much. It's more football, more basics, more understanding technique, more understanding assignment, and when we get down to it, we know what to do.
Keenan, do you guys talk about the Super Bowl? Like, hey, we're going to be Super Bowl?
No, we don't talk about it. I think it's just an understanding of what it looks like. It looks like what it's supposed to look like, so we just got to take care of our business.
How much does it speak to the culture that basically everybody is here on week 2 of OTAs compared to you've had a few stragglers in the past that don't come until better in minicamp?
Like I say, the coach is growing. You got guys like myself, Derwin, Herbert, Van Noy's here, Khalil Mack's here. So Joey Bosa showed up today. Mike Will's in the building. Those are guys who you don't expect to be at OTAs, and then when we all show up, come out to practice, come to the meetings, it lets you know that we got something special going on. So.
What do you make of a couple of guys added to the cornerback room, J.C. Jackson and Bryce?
Yeah, Bryce.
That you've gone up against.
Great guys. They made plays on us. Both of them made plays on us, and it's just great to have them in our room, not having a game plan against them. So.
Keenan, year 10 for you. When you hear that, what do you think about?
It's been a long time. I've just been grinding. Shouts out to the guys I played with, the coaches, helping me get here. Hasn't been easy. Been on good teams, been on bad teams. It's all been family, though. So.
You've had some adversity early in your career where you didn't play much games your first 2-3 years, but does your body feel like maybe year 7, 8, or because of the injuries?
Yeah, I think I feel young. I feel the best as I've been. I feel as strong as I've ever been, especially in the weight room. I'm lifting more weight than I ever have, and just trying to feed off these young guys at this point.
So tell me what it was like to work with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion for Cardi Tries.
Yeah.
Give me the rundown on that.
It was fun, man. Felt like I was back home in North Carolina, just hanging out, playing football, coaching them. It was fun.
Is this a little post-season Hollywood thing that we see?
Oh, man, nah. Would love to be an actor, though, but I don't think it was any acting vibes.
Keenan, does it feel like just with everything that you've accomplished in your career going into year 10 that sort of there's one box to check left in your accomplishments, and that's really getting the Lombardi Trophy?
Absolutely. I think that helps you get into that gold jacket, faster. Definitely and more respectable too. So.
Does it year 2 of this offense? Does it feel kind of like you're picking up from last year this OTA session and maybe building on things?
Yep, absolutely. Just when you hear the start of the play, it's getting back to that, what I wasn't before. I was in the same offense for 8 years, so hearing a play, you just hear the formation and you already know the play call. So it's getting to that for sure.
What do you make of all the wide receiver movement contracts over the offseason? Tyreek getting traded, Devonta getting traded.
It was great. Great to see those guys get big deals. Reset the market, and big dub got his pay due, and hopefully I can reset it.
How do you feel about the division, all the changes in the AFC West?
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great competition. Raiders look good, Chiefs look good, Broncos look good, new quarterback. We just gotta come out and take care of our business.
Your offense is 4th-ranked best offense in the entire league. How much more can it grow?
A lot. We left a whole lot on the field. I think we led the league in drops. Obviously, fourth down was big for us. Third down wasn't great. I think we can get better on third down. And just understanding the offense, like he just said, just understanding the offense, being in the second year, Herbert being able to make changes on the road, and just keep finding ways to get downfield.
Considering how competitive the division is, how much pressure will there be that your first 2 games are against division opponents?
I don't think it'll be pressure. I don't think it'll be pressure. We look forward to it. Who we play first anyway?
Raiders.
Oh, great. Yeah.
The Chiefs on Thursday night.
Oh, outstanding. Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great.
How was Grupo Firme concert?
Grupo Firme. Edwin, hey, the guys are amazing. The energy. And I didn't understand a word the whole 4 hours of the concert, but the energy was amazing. Nobody sat down the whole time. I don't think it was a bad song that they played. It was a shot after every song. Hey, the energy was up.
You also got to introduce Snoop at the draft party.
Yeah.
How cool was that?
That was amazing. Snoop's big Unc. We've been doing a lot in the community. He's great. Loving the kids, giving back, just being great in the Inglewood community. So.
Thanks, Keenan.
Thank you.
So, as an offensive coordinator and play caller, how different is it this offseason with a full year under your belt, building this thing up again as you go into year 2?
Yeah, it's a lot easier. I think, everyone's familiar with the terminology, and so a lot less stress at this time of year anyway, because, they've had a year to digest everything. Justin's bandwidth is a lot wider for everything, so we can, focus on some football 202 type stuff rather than just getting in and out of the huddle. So it's real nice.
That increased bandwidth, is that just his understanding of the system, what he's learned about opposing defenses, a combination of
all of that? First and foremost, it's just familiarity with all the play calls where, last year at this time it was just, all right, hearing the play, repeating it in the huddle, and kind of understanding what the play is. And that was a lot of calories burnt last year. And this year it's, he's got that part down. So you can just, like you said, he can focus on what the defense is doing a little bit more and get his timing down with the receivers and all of that. So it's everything.
So Joe, that familiarity, how will that look on the field? What will that look like?
Well, hopefully, I'll say this, by the end of the year, I think he had gotten a lot more comfortable. And so I think early on in the season, he'll have a little more comfort level than maybe he did the first few games last year. And so, there's a few plays that you look at last year where maybe the timing was just off. And, you look at it and you're like, man, that's really, my fault as a coach, running a play that maybe he didn't have as much time on task with. And so I think a lot of those hiccups will be eliminated because of the experience.
What are the specifics in making you guys go from the 4th best offense to maybe the top of the entire league?
Yeah, I think consistency. I think, you look at the stats, they were, relatively positive, but, there were stretches where maybe we didn't perform like we want to. So just being more consistent game in and game out, quarter in and quarter out. And, our familiarity with the personnel, knowing exactly how we want to use them, we'll be further along as a coaching staff. So, all those things will play into it.
I know you have your eyes on the offense, but what's it say about the mindset of this team as a whole with Benoit out here, Khalil Mack out here, Joey Bosa out here, J.C. Jackson's out here. They don't have to be out here, but they're here.
They're here. I think Brandon's done a really good job of building that team culture here, and it's a good group of guys, and it was last year too. But adding those veterans, they got a lot of pelts on the wall. We're very excited about it, and you can kind of feel the energy from the defense with some of those additions. So it's going to be a fun training camp for sure.
Joe, what do you think about Zion Johnson so far?
Very positive. Everything we saw in film. Obviously, in our team reps, it's a walkthrough, so he's not really. We're not going full speed up front, but he's really got a mature attitude about him. He is a very smart, locked in, intense, everything you want in that position. And just in his individual, you can feel his strength and his power. a very coachable guy. So everything's very positive on that front so far.
As an OC, what's it like seeing the additions that were made on defense? Because you guys did get into a fair number of fourth quarter shootouts last year.
Yeah, I think, it can't help but be a positive. I think, the more shots on goal you get as an offense, certainly increases your chances to be successful. So as they get off the field on third down and are, playing strong defense, it allows you to maybe be a little more aggressive as a play caller because you're going to get more chances at it. So it's exciting.
We haven't spoken to you since Frank got the job in Miami and you guys
Yeah.
hired Coach Nugent. Just how has that transition gone? Obviously, you were in New Orleans with Brian Nugent.
For a number of years. It's been smooth. I feel very fortunate that he was available. Frank did such a good job, and when you found out he was leaving, it was it was a blow. But then knowing that Brennan was available after the coaching change in New Orleans, it was fantastic. It's been very smooth, and in some ways because of Nuge and myself, we had a lot more recent history. It's almost been smoother than it was at first with Frank because we're just 1 year apart. So a lot of the way that we talk about it, the language that we speak is even more similar than it was for Frank and I. So it's been pretty seamless.
It's the first, opening on the offensive staff you had.
Yep.
Is it easier to recruit coaches when you're like, hey, we got Justin Herbert?
I think so. Yeah. I don't think Southern California hurts, and I don't think the quarterback hurts at all. So it was it couldn't have worked out better. You hate to lose Frank, but the way that it worked out was perfect.
What have you learned about Justin over the last year that maybe wasn't as obvious prior to coming in here and working with him?
He's just such an intense guy when it comes to football. He's such a perfectionist. And so, just that desire he has to be great, and then his stamina for studying and working at it is impressive, And so, Shane Day, our quarterback coach, he works the heck out of him, and he never gets tired of working. So that's a huge positive.
In terms of football 202 stuff for the offense, how smooth has the install kind of been, and has it gone at the pace you wanted? Is it picking up on what you did last year?
Yeah, picking up on what we did last year. There's every year you do a little research and you find a couple things you want to add to the offense, and so it makes it a lot easier when everyone kind of understands the formations and where they fit in the offense, so you can tinker with some things a little bit more, try, experiment with some things, try some new things, and so that makes it, with most of these guys coming back, makes it very easy for them to adjust to new things and a little expanded offense.
What's your assessment of where you guys are at right tackle? Obviously Trey and Storm are going to be competing there.
Right.
You had some guys who drafted the last 2 years that have played tackle in college.
Yep.
Just what's your assessment of sort of that position? Right?
Yeah, I think we feel pretty positive about it. We think the great thing about that position, it's probably a position where people can improve more year to year than maybe some other spots. There's so much technique involved and understanding where your help is and your set patterns, and and seeing how Trey went in last year when he had to play, he played pretty well for us, and so we feel that competition will be that we're going to be very improved at that position, coming out of training camp, whether it's Storm making improvements, or whether Trey shows that he's the guy. We think that we'll be a lot better at right tackle than what we had last year.
Another rookie is Isaiah Spiller. How do you see him fit in his running game?
Yeah, we like his size. He was productive. Still a young guy. I think there's going to be a lot of growth from him physically, even as he gets older and gets more time in the weight room. But man, you can see the talent there. And again, we're not playing real football right now as far as the running backs getting it and running through holes, everything's slow motion, but in 7-on-7 he's done a nice job, and he's another guy that you can tell is smart, understands football, and is going to be doing the right thing, so we're excited about him.
Adding Gerald free agency to the
Yeah.
tight end room. Something Brandon mentioned is just his yards after the catch
Yeah.
ability, something he did a lot last year in Seattle. Just how do you see him fitting in specifically with that? Yards
Yeah, I
after the
think
catch?
the good thing about Gerald is we kind of look at him as a complete tight end. He's a good blocker, he's a good receiver, and the thing that jumps out of tape really, because he was a free agent the last 2 years, so we've watched him his last year in LA or with the Rams, and then in Seattle and he does, like you said, when he gets the ball in his hands, he's a weapon. So that's an exciting thing to add that element, and he's a good receiver as well. So blocker, receiver, run after the catch. There's a lot of things there that we like.
During OTA so far in off-season workouts, how's Donald Parham look?
Good. Yeah, real good. I mean, he's made some big plays out there in 7-on-7, big target. I mean, everything that you remember from last year. He looks confident and everything real positive. I think it's a very exciting. The tight end room's exciting between Donald and Trey. Watching him improve last year, and then the addition of Gerald, I think it's a real strong position for us.
But also considering the injury.
Yeah, and again, we're out here in shorts, and so that'll be a big thing come training camp when we start hitting a little bit. But he looks like he's in good spirits, so I'm very optimistic about how he's going to come back.
During your time in New Orleans, you guys had pretty remarkable continuity just on the coaching staff, and then obviously, with Drew. As you head into year 2 here, how important is continuity for offensive success, or is it something that we obviously look at in the media and we say, okay, look, this is really important? Do we overstate that, or is it important?
I think it's important. Obviously, if you have continuity with the right people, that helps. And I think we have the right people here. So, just more time on task, throwing certain routes to certain individuals. You just get more comfort. You're able to read their body language better. The receivers understand what Justin's expecting, and it just, it takes time. And the more time you have on it, the better it works out. So, so there's that. And then again, us kind of looking at the film and saying, man, we probably underutilized this player doing this job last year. And so as coaches, we become more familiar with the players and are able to drill down a little bit better and get those guys in the right position. So I think it's very important. All right, thanks guys.